Okay. Talk about a video I saw a while back. Actually, I've seen a few videos on people's channels of this. About improvised weapons. I had a few that I had made over the years, just kind of laying around. This one I actually just made recently, and I do a pretty decent review of this in my EDC video. I even showed that it's pretty durable on the back of my door. So anyways, by the way, if you're a Radiohead fan, the song I'm listening to is Scatterbrain, or As Dead as Doornails, whatever you want to call it, from the Hail to the Thief album. So let's start basically from the bottom up, as we usually do. Start with this. All this is electrical tape and a socket. Makes an excellent fist pack. Okay? Excellent fist pack right there. Fits good in my hand, I believe. This is a 16 millimeter. I believe. I don't know. Pair of scissors, for instance. Just about everybody has a pair of scissors. I can see 2 other pairs of scissors in my room right now. Somebody comes into your home. Let's say even if you do own a firearm, you're in another room where you can't get to it. Which my firearm stays on my side until I go to sleep. It's right on my belt. But let's say you're not, you don't carry yours around the house. That's pretty normal, not to. So you put it upstairs and you lock it up. Well, you're down in your kitchen making food. Boom! Door gets kicked in. And you pull out the drawer. You're fumbling through. You find a nice pair of scissors. What the hell? Let's say he's coming in through the back door where the kitchen is, and the butcher's block is all the way across the kitchen. You can't run over there to get a knife, but there's a pair of scissors sitting right there. Pick them up. Pick them up. Don't leave anything out. Almost everything can be used for a weapon. Almost everything. If I hit somebody in the head with this camera, that is going to hurt. Then I would be using it as a weapon. If I threw this erector set bulldozer as hard as I could at somebody's face, it would hurt. Then it would be considered a weapon. If I beat someone with this Admiral mug, this is a weapon then. But if I'm sitting here drinking out of it, it's not. So you have to think about these different things. This book, you pound somebody in the back of the head with a book, it's gonna hurt after a while. You know what I mean? Not that I'm saying to run for a book if someone breaks in your house, but I'm just saying more things than you think can be used as a weapon. And if you are in your kitchen and the butcher's block's right there, get a knife. Pick up a steak knife. Pick up a butcher's knife. Pick up something. This Fiskars thing. That's a beast. You go slashing this around, chances are they're going to back off a little bit. Now I myself own a firearm. For home defense. And also for personal defense. And for target. And just, just fun. Just sport shooting. But more or less for home defense and for personal defense. If you do own a gun and you own it for home defense, make sure you shoot it on a regular basis. Make sure. Because if you just go out and buy a gun and you never shoot it and you just put it in the closet, let's say you get a .45 and you've never shot before. You take that thing out, you hold it up with one hand and you pull the trigger. You're not going to be ready for the recoil of a .45 if you've never shot one before. It's going to be the beast. You're not going to be ready for something like that. And if they're running at you, by the time the recoil's done and you try to get it back down on target, they're going to be on top of you. So, I recommend you shoot it on a regular basis. Get a feel for the recoil. Get a feel for the weight of the gun. Get a feel for, yourself. If you don't like that gun and it doesn't feel comfortable for you, then I recommend you trade it in and get something else. Get a gun that works for you. You know, I hear people, oh, I want a Glock, I want a Glock, and then when they put it in their hands, it's too big for them. They just want it because of the name, because it's a Glock. I mean, Glocks are awesome, but if you throw a 21 in my hand, I'm not a big kid, and a Glock 21 in my hand does not fit right. It's I think a 45 is too big for me. Maybe a 1911. I could probably, because those are nice and skinny. Those aren't bad to shoot. But, I mean, this Taurus right here fits my hands perfectly. It's a nice weight, 9mm, not a bad size round. Not too good a stopping power, but that's alright. Usually just the sound of a shot alone is going to get them, you know, I mean, gunshots are loud. They scare the hell out of people. You know, if somebody comes in your house and it's dead quiet, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 you know, bullets start going through the goddamn walls, they're probably gonna leave. You start putting bullets through your bedroom wall out into the room where they're in, they're gonna probably leave. Unless they have a gun of their own, then they might shoot back. But you always know your house better than them. I even made a map of my house. Just a little map. And where we are actually recording from is right here. We are in this room right here. And the camera, I'm sitting right here, and the camera's right about here. So, you know, everything's pretty much to scale too. But back to the weapons. Back to this, while I still got enough time left. This knife has a broken tip. Can still be used for slashing, because I mean that's still pretty sharp, you know. But can also be used in the Kubaton sense, for for striking. Same thing with this. All this is a Bic pen. I put one layer of electrical tape around it, built up a thicker layer here, a thicker layer here, and left this hourglass shape in the middle, and just kind of molded it with my fingers. So now it fits real good. My pinky wraps around that nice. Got this thumb stud up top to hold on to and to drive for extra power. Took the tip off another pen and kind of wedged it over this one, held it down because this gives it enough surface area to leave a good impact, but not a little, you know, not as little surface area as the tip of a pen. So it's probably not going to break the skin. I don't usually like to fight with a knife because usually you stab somebody in the stomach, in their back, their lower back or something, you're probably going to hit a vital artery. And that's probably going to kill them. Then you're up for murder charges. If it was self-defense, chances are you're going to get off, but you still have lawyer fees and all the bullshit and embarrassment of it. You know, you don't need that. You don't need that. This lighter, just wrap some electrical tape around it again. Built up two thicker pieces here. Fits my hand nice. Use that as a fist pack. A pen. A pen can be used just in the same sense as the Kubaton for striking. Okay? Flashlight, once again, the Kubaton. Striking. You know, you could even use this as a fist pack if need be. A rock hammer. This hammer sits in the top drawer of my desk. Let's say my firearm is in the closet. Let's say it's in the lockbox, which it's usually not. It's usually always on me, but let's say for some reason it's in the lockbox. Go in my drawer, take this thing out. You hit somebody in the, you know, the top of their head with that, it's gonna hurt. Probably gonna kill them. Like I said, manslaughter charges, you don't need them. Maybe the rock hammer's not the best of ideas. Tire iron. Some serious leverage, some serious power because of the weight of the top of this. When you come down, you have so much momentum and so much power that you are probably going to split their head open. If you're going to use a weapon like this, I recommend you go for body shots. Maybe even some, you know, shots around the jaw or something, but don't hit them in the top of the head with this. You will probably kill them. Unless your life is in, imminent danger, I recommend you try to keep the situation as less lethal as possible. But there are some situations where you have no choice but to take the other person's life. In that case, you know what you have to do. Lock and a sock. Just threw a padlock and a bag of stones down in here. Put an elastic band around it so they don't slide back this way on me, and put a knot here. Just as kind of like a handhold, so my hand doesn't slide out of it. Could wrap it around once if need be. Give them a good slap. These weapons, I'm not showing you these weapons so you can make them and take them out on the street with you. None of these, you know, this is legal. This is illegal in Massachusetts. You will go to jail for carrying a lock and a sock because there is no other reason for this than to hurt somebody. This has no other purpose than to do physical harm to someone. A fist pack. You could probably get away with it because this still strikes. You could say it's just my lighter, just put some electrical tape around it. I don't know. Massachusetts laws are very weird. They do not like people protecting themselves, and I don't know why. To get a gun in Massachusetts is the biggest pain in the ass. We already talked about scissors. So, I mean, just keep your eyes open for any little thing. Hey, if it came down to it, I could use that. Or I could use that, or how could I use this if this happened, Think of these different situations, because it might seem like a waste of time to think about them, but when it comes down to it, you're going to be glad that you were prepared. Okay? You're going to be glad that you were prepared. So, what tells Army say? Oh yeah, watch your 6. I thought that was a good one. So, thanks for watching, and like I said, be careful, stay safe, don't use these for anything stupid, and take care of yourselves.